Hi, I'm Mike Jasper, Executive Vice President at Velocity Procurement. Velocity is a procurement advisory firm helping organizations to mature their people, process, and technology around their source to pay process. I'm joined today by Olaf Maas, Vice President of Product Management at Basware. Basware is known across the industry as a leader in accounts payable automation, with organizations like Forrester and Gartner supporting them through their Magic Quadrants. Today, we're going to be talking about how artificial intelligence can be used within specific areas of accounts payable. And today, we'll be talking about invoice ingestion. Olav, it's good to be here with you again.
Yeah, it's good to be back. Yes.
So, just a quick question before we get too deep into it, Olav. How long has Basware been working with AI?
We have been working several years on AI already. And we've had now several versions of different AIs. Some of them are visible and some of them are not so visible for customers. But there's definitely a lot of things happening there.
Well, I look forward to hearing about it as we go forward here today. If we jump into it, one of the things that I see accounts payable struggle with, in the US especially, but also with our European customers, is getting AP invoice data into the system. We look at it, we've had EDI around for a long time, and it's used for certain suppliers, but it's really not scalable. Looking at the US market, there's so many invoices sent by email. Logically speaking, it's free for the supplier to do. Their ERP system automatically sends it. But internally, customers are struggling with: do I hand key this? Do I use OCR? There's so many errors that they have to deal with. It's really a struggle to maintain getting good data in the system. And if we think about it, if we don't have good data coming in, it's really hard to automate a process and get good confidence on the outcomes of our AP automation. What's Basware doing around invoice ingestion, and how are you utilizing AI in that?
That was a really long question. But yeah, no, I think it's a really fair one, right? So invoicing is really complicated because there are as many different invoice types and layouts as there are human beings around the globe, right? So it is very unique. So one size fits all is not really a solution. And that's where we see, yes, EDI works, but only if you do high volume, that is worth the investment. OCR is really difficult because every supplier puts the critical things for you in a different spot. So how would you be able to maintain all of these kind of things? So that's why we have been working on a service, what we're calling the Smart PDF. And this is a globally run service where we are trying to make a global layout for invoices and capture all the relevant data, no matter where it is on the document, and deliver that as an outcome for your further downstream automation processes.
So one of the things I know about AI, and one of the things I talk to our customers a lot about is AI is only as good as the training it receives. As you go in and you start implementing something for AI internally, you have to give the system a lot of data to properly train it. So how is this global data set helping with training for customers as they come on board and start using Smart PDF?
Yeah, so the Smart PDF service is kind of a multi-layered service here. So we have other services as well that are based on a template, and Smart PDF is using that as well. But the key element here is the AI service. And for that, we created from all of our customers across the globe a good proper data set. And the data set consists of 15 million invoices. That is basically having now all kind of layouts available in the AI, that no matter what kind of invoice goes in, it goes through that layer that, hey, do I see a similar kind of format for a supplier? And then it will map out these fields automatically already. And if that doesn't work, then there are still the existing templates as well. And if that doesn't work, then we recently introduced what we are calling the seller validation, which is basically the enabler of the second layer of AI, where you as an end customer, you would help the AI to recognize those specific invoices that were not catched by the big group and the AI itself. So you can teach the AI to make your custom layer on top of the global layer to get really into a service that is giving you high accuracy and less touches moving forward.
So you're really giving sort of the best of both worlds. You're giving that large data set of pre-training where, a customer can utilize that 15 million invoice database that's already been trained within the AI, but still giving them the flexibility to train their specific scenarios that might deviate from that original training.
Exactly. So you have already the first level of automation from day one. So you don't have to build up your big training set yourself. You will already leverage the existing one and build on top of that. Yes.
Nice. Now, as head of product management at Basware, I'm sure you sort of see all the cool things happening behind the curtain, all the things that we don't quite hear about until it gets released. But with that in mind, what are you using AI for in testing? Around invoice ingestion, how are you going to use AI to make that even better going forward?
Well, the interesting part that is not necessarily about ingestion directly from the supplier's invoice. So the next level is, now that I have a good data set to start with, can I enrich that invoice document with non-existing data to enable downstream processing? So can I come up with a prediction stating, hey, this supplier should have sent you a purchase order number. And if it isn't on the invoice, do you want to go through a reclamation process? Or would it be okay if we would predict the right PO for that one? And of course, do then the order matching process and all of these things. So taking away that burden there and see, do I need to enrich an invoice for the downstream automation to happen? So it's not only about getting invoice accuracy, it's also about getting ready for automation. What else do I need to get a successful automation downstream?
And that goes back to what I was saying initially, the better data we have at the beginning, the more automation we get and the more confidence we have in those outputs as well. So, being able to use AI to enrich that data even beyond the data that's on the invoice is only going to help us get better straight through processing, better automation rates, and have more confidence in that data going forward.
Exactly.
Well, Olav, it's been great chatting with you. I appreciate everything that we've talked about, and I look forward to our next conversation.
All right, thank you.